Yo, what's going on, guys? How you doing? CS, what's up? Gurvinder, Mo, Yash, Vladdy's in here. BV7, Joe, what's up? Carson, Gurvish, good to see some new faces in here, and of course the people that are in here every day getting better at trading. What's up, Marcel, Johnny, Ginger's in here. So we had more volatility in September. What a shocker, right? Just kidding. MSL told you about this like 20 times, but yeah. So as always, we got our lines drawn out here. We had the pre-market low here. We were struggling around that level all day. Yesterday's low. We were between yesterday's low and the pre-market low all day, just hanging out there. Closed red today. If we zoom out, so the white line up here, there's two lines up here. There's a white line and a yellow line. The yellow line is pre-market high, and the white line is the moving average. So you see that's a very big resistance. It got through it this morning, but kind of faked everyone out. Let's see if the longer term time frames we rejected anywhere. Does not look like it. Hourly, take off extended here. So what did we open? September 9th today, right? So yeah, so we closed one candle above it on the hourly, and then we went right underneath it. What's up, Optimus? How you doing? Nikunj, what's going on? So we're gonna scroll out to the daily now. I already showed you guys my lines for the day, obviously. Let's take a look at the overall bigger picture on SPY here. So, very bearish candle today, a lot of profit taking at the top, big upper wick. Yesterday's candle was kind of a doji, looked like it was going to reverse. This morning ripped and then just faked everyone out. So right now the support for SPY tomorrow, we got 447.78. The resistance will be today's high of 452.57. Those are the two main numbers. I'll draw the lines just so you guys remember those numbers are long numbers. I know some of you guys ain't good with numbers. 452.57 high, 442.72 support. That's all you need to know. Still in a bullish uptrend, still holding 21-day moving average. If we do dump below the 21-day moving average, look to the bottom of the channel, or the 50-day moving average, which is at 441.08. So there's a long way to fall if we do fall. Not saying we do, not saying we won't. Just keep an eye on it. Keep those numbers in there. All right. QQQ, I have a lot of lines drawn on here. So I have all these lines drawn on here from my Amazon scalps. I was watching QQQ on one screen and Amazon on the other screen. Every time QQQ put in a lower low, I bought Amazon. Every time we broke the high, I sold my Amazon. So right here, bought Amazon, sold Amazon, bought Amazon, sold Amazon, bought Amazon, and this one did not work right here. So the last Amazon did not work. I added a little bit to average down for tomorrow. I know it's a bad thing, but I have profits to play with, and it's not a large position at all. I really don't care what Amazon does tomorrow. I just want it at all-time highs before September 24th, so I get 100 on those other calls. That's all I care about on Amazon. Other than that, QQQ intraday closed below the pre-market low, so obviously not a good sign. Let's get rid of these pre-market highs and lows. Again, this one faked everyone out as well. We gapped up over the pre-market high, but we did not hold up there. So as the resistance lines I have drawn out, I have 8-day moving average 379.46. We closed at 379.41. So we closed below the 8-day moving average. That's kind of bearish, but we can rebound tomorrow. And after hours, you guys seen, I think we moved up. We did move up for a second, we broke through it, now we're back below it. So tomorrow morning we might get a gap down. I'm leaning more bearish for tomorrow's open than bullish, but anything's possible. We're still in a bull trend. We're still almost within this range, so we're right below this range. Resistance is still all-time high of 382.78, but before 382.78 we need 382.15, which is today's high. So we need to reclaim the 8-day moving average and take out today's high, and then we go back to all-time highs. Other than that, if we go down from here, we have the 21-day moving average at 375.04. If daily consolidation starts, we will zoom out, and it's still possible. This is a weekly bull flag, so just keep watch. If we bull flag here for a couple of weeks and rip to new all-time highs, everything is still bullish longer term. Short term, a little bit bearish because we closed below the 8-day moving average, but other than that, long term, everything looks bullish. Don't get scared by 5-minute candles, as my friend Ricky always says. XLF, actually the strongest sector out of tech, SPY, X financials were the strongest. Why do I say that? We ripped through the pre-market highs and we actually held up there. I mean, we did grind down slowly all day, but we closed above the pre-market high. So financials look good going into tomorrow. Tech does not look so good. But if you look at the overall daily candle on XLF, that's an ugly candle. Okay, there's a lot of profit taking at the top there, so let's see if we can hold. For XLF, still the same support right down here. Why do I have this line? I do not remember. Yesterday's low is the first support, which is 37.55, and obviously today's high 38.22 is the first resistance. Those are the only two numbers you need to know going into tomorrow. Other than that, look at how we rejected off the bottom of my ascending wedge. So this is my favorite setup bullish. When we break out and retest the resistance and it turns into support and we rip, so it's the exact same on the short side. We break out of the ascending wedge to the downside, we retest it to the upside, and we come down. So that actually flips my bias bearish on XLF as well. The whole market looks like it could use some consolidation. If you guys are heavy in positions, I'm sorry, but we teach you over and over again, don't get too heavy, always have cash on hand to buy opportunities. IWM also closed above the pre-market high. So we closed at 223.89, pre-market high is at 223.88. We closed a penny above pre-market high. After market, we dumped right after, but we did close above it, so that is bullish. Not as strong as XLF, but stronger than SPY and QQQ. Small caps are due for a bounce. I told you guys small caps usually lead the way. So today that's an ugly daily candle, obviously huge upper wick of profit taking. But we did close above the 21-day moving average, which is at 223.46. So look for 223.46 to hold tomorrow. And the first resistance is today's high. Or now it's the 8-day moving average, which is at 235.07, and then today's high of 226.29. So those are two resistances, 235.07, 226.29. First resistances on IWM. Bitcoin, the name of the video was Bitcoin. Why was it Bitcoin? Last night, I was looking at the charts. I seen a lot of similarities in the previous dump where I called the top. I seen a lot of similarities in other dead cat bounces. I just seen a lot of similarities that was telling me it wasn't a good chart. So what I did last night was I sold 75% of all my holdings in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, Cardano, and Matic. So why did I sell them? This is the reason. This dump right here on good news is not good, okay? That's first of all. Second of all, this chart looks very, very similar to this pattern right here. There's big run up, little consolidation, healthy, rip up, and then big dump, and then an inside day that broke bearish. So today, all I was watching for was my two levels, which is 47.341 and 44.412. So these two yellow lines here, which is the highs and the lows of the inside day yesterday. Look at this big dump inside day, and if we break below 44412, Bitcoin is done for a very long time in my opinion. We went up and we tested that high that I wanted right here. Look at this. I called this out in the morning at the crypto chat. If you didn't see it, you can go look now. Completely rejected. 5-minute candle, couldn't even close above my resistance, and then just straight down from there. So Bitcoin looking very, very weak. Don't fall in love with a stock. Don't dream of Lambos and Ferraris. Just play the charts, play them how it is. If it breaks over this high and it holds, I will jump back in Bitcoin quicker than anyone you know. If it breaks below my number, I will jump in short quicker than anyone you know. I don't really care where it goes. I will trade what happens. VIX, big update today. Nice little move. I told you guys over and over again, we set a higher. So we've been setting up lower highs and lower lows on VIX for months and months and months, as you see the chart. This time we put in a lower high, a lower low, lower high, but now we put in a higher low. You guys see this right here? So VIX is trying to change the trend right here. That means we might get volatile here for a little bit. So lower low, lower high, higher low. Now do we set a higher high? We need to break through 2474 to confirm this trend change, and if we do, this market's going to get very, very volatile. You guys are going to see something you haven't seen before. I know a bunch of you guys are new traders, but I've seen all this happen before, and so has Ricky, and that's why we preach risk management and position sizing here, because the market could get really, really dirty, and the moves down are much faster. So stocks take the stairs up and the elevator down. Remember that saying. SE looked amazing at the end of the day over here and then just dumped with the market. This stock, as you guys know, is my #1 holding in my RSP. I bought it back here in the 150s. I actually bought it at like 120, averaged up around 140, averaged up around 200, and I haven't averaged up since because I have a lot. Yesterday did a share offering, completely dumped, and then right off that dump, people were buying like crazy. Look at this. First 15 minutes, dump, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. First 30 minutes, we dumped on SE and then just ripped straight up. 328 is the level that we need to break and hold. If we get above 328, there's a huge gap to fill. By huge, I mean we could go straight from 328 all the way to 342. So big move possible on SE. Watch it tomorrow. This could be the lotto of the day tomorrow. Or it could be Amazon. Let's see what happens. Markets also could dump, so manage your risk. Tesla, I don't know why I'm going over this chart. This one always decides to sneakily go without me, so big move up, sideways for a week. Big move up, sideways for a week. Big move up. Do we get sideways for a week or do we rip tomorrow? Let's see tomorrow. Weekly chart still looks set up for a lot higher. My arrow's so big you can't even see it. Last time we had a wedge, big rip. This time we have a wedge, big rip, right? So we're going to close this one and go into some more charts here. Don't worry, I got more charts. Alright, so we're going to open up Amazon here. So if you looked at this 5-minute candles on Amazon, it looks super ugly, right? Would you believe someone hit 3 out of 4 calls on Amazon today? Because I don't think anyone else did in the entire world. But I nailed 3 out of 4. The last one's down a bit. It is oversold. When Amazon is oversold, look at the type of bounces we get. I'm going to zoom out real quick. And look at this. So even on a 5-minute chart, okay? I know it's only 5 minutes, whatever. Look at this. Oversold. Look at the size of the bounce we got. Right? Oversold here. Look at the size of the bounce we got. Oversold here. Look at the size of the bounce we got. Every single time Amazon is oversold, it's been ripping. Look at this right here. Look, it just barely touched oversold and it ripped like 9 candles straight after. Okay, so this is part of the pattern I was seeing. We got oversold here, nailed calls here. Quick profits in and out. Got oversold here, nailed calls here. Quick in and out. Almost got oversold here, nailed it here as well. And then the fourth one was the one that didn't work. The fourth one was over here. I seen QQQ bouncing. That's why I took Amazon the fourth time. And other than that, let's see what happens tomorrow. I expect a gap up. I could be wrong. The hourly RSI and everything finally cooled down a bit on Amazon. I still have my 3600s for September 24th. I'm not worried about those at all. Unless the market dumps, then anything is possible. But other than that, Amazon could be the play of the day tomorrow. And I don't think MSL ever misses Amazon on Fridays, so keep an eye on that one. Moderna, big ripper. Everything's good out of Moderna. Biden's talking at 5 o'clock. Could be the sell of the news rumor, so don't get too excited. If you held Moderna overnight, that is definitely possible that we sell off on Biden's comments. What else do we do on Biden comments? It's always a sell-off. He doesn't know how to pump anything. He'll probably fall asleep before he pumps something. But mRNA looking great. Daily looks great. Over all the fibs, the only level left is 495, and then all-time highs of 497.50. 495 and 497.50 are the only resistances left on Moderna. If it breaks below 445, the chart could be done for a long time. So watch for that. Sell the news. Could be possible. Roku started really strong today. Market weakness, sideways all day, held up better than most of the indexes. I like it. I still like my calls for next week. I still think this is a bottom. If we do flush, then I will probably get out of those calls. But other than that, I think we rip up. LRCX, Ricky called Lottos tomorrow. I seen what he was seeing. The weekly is set up to go. There's a strong support. It bounced off today. The daily looks decent. Again, that same support is set up. It looks like it's done consolidating and wants to rip now. The only reason I did not jump in is because these shorter term time frames looked a little extended to me. Let's see if we can get a cheaper entry tomorrow. I have no doubt. I'm sure Ricky will nail these as well, though. Doesn't take many lottos. I think he took 2 today, so he's feeling lucky, I guess. PDD, China, big rip off the open. I called this out this morning. I said PDD, watch for an oversold bounce this morning. We got a huge ripper. Sometimes I have too many positions. I can't take all of the positions. So if I say I like something, that means I would be in if I didn't have so many positions. PDD, as these lines were drawn for so long ago. Consolidated, just like I said, big rip, consolidation, big rip, consolidation, and now do we get another big rip? We got 3 days of rest. Last time it was 3 days. First time it was 5 days. Let's see how many days it takes this time. But we did hold the 8-day moving average, so everything looks bullish on PDD to continue higher right now. I don't see any bear sign. As long as we hold this low right here of 95.50. PDD holds 95.50. We should see a next leg up. TAL started the day very strong, ripped to highs of the day sideways, and then the market took it down with it. Not really concerned about these. We have a little bit of time. Again, this is a daily chart. Just dead. Looks dead. If we get over this 960, we could fill the gap. Other than that, we're getting closer and closer to these moving averages. But let's see what happens on these. 8-day moving average is at 532. We closed today at 540. So right underneath the 8-day moving average. Let's see if we can get over it. Oh no, we closed above. We closed above the 8-day moving average, so that's the first bullish sign. Second bullish sign would be closing above 6, which is a 21-day moving average. Other than that, let's see what happens. Jumia, 22 calls went to the dirt. Because obviously Jumia doesn't like 22. How many times has it tested it here? Since July 27th. Just been hanging around that $22 level. Never been able to close above it. Never, you know what I mean? Never gets going. It'll probably get going as soon as our calls expire. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But right now, I liked it because of... I have a lot of arrows on here. But yeah, it's the same thing as PDD. Remember I told you long continuous downtrend. Up, consolidate. So we set a higher low. Now we need a higher high. We need to break through 22.15 for a higher high. As soon as we break through 22.15 daily, trend change is confirmed, and then Jumia can start making its way up. Must hold level is 1865 on Jumia, or else we continue the downtrend. BTBT, Bitcoin, huge ripper. BTBT didn't move at all. I'm sure there's some kind of news coming out on this one. Well, I'm not sure. I'm 99% sure. Nothing's for sure, but I think they did a share offering or something, because this is not normal price action for Bitcoin ripping. And this is way too much consolidation to be healthy for a breakout on this. Remember what I told you guys? You have to measure how much. Look at this breakout. This breakout through this little trend line here was 38% breakout, and then if we broke out 38%, we should have consolidated only 15% or so to be healthy, but we consolidated 27%. So 38% up, 27% down. So it almost gave back the entire move of that breakout, which I don't like. It's not a healthy consolidation. I mean, it could still go up, but doesn't look healthy right now. Let's see where it goes. Let's see if Bitcoin looks like a dead cat bounce, like I said. So I'm not really too fond of this one. Let's check out this SRPRT. SPRT, is this the one? I think so. Oops. Why did I click adjust? I don't know. Okay, so SPRT, I don't see what you guys are seeing in this one. Big short interest. It finally held the moving averages yesterday, closed above. This one is actually set up. If there's still a high short interest in this stock, it could run. It's closed above the moving averages for the first time in so long. Since last September, it's closing above the 50-day moving average yesterday. So let's see if this one follows through tomorrow. Other than that, I don't really... Oh, this is the hourly. Never mind. Daily chart actually looks fantastic. Okay, I see what you guys are saying now. So huge spike, right? We moved up big on this stock. And then just consolidating for 6 days in a row. 7th day hammer candle. 8th day closing above the moving average. This one's set up to go. More bull volume today. RSI cooled off a bit. Stochastics are ready to start curling up again. This one could be ready for a big move. So keep an eye on SPRT. If there's still big short interest, this one could run fast. LRCX we already went over. That's Ricky's chart. I'll do AFRM, and then I will finish with my call out today. AFRM ripping after hours. It is up 16 and 1. So it's up over 17% right now, and it's still going. So AFRM, there was a lot of shorts in this one. It announced a partnership with Amazon. So when it announced a partnership with Amazon, huge volume spike, holding up in the flag. I wanted it to hold this 90.28 level. It broke down yesterday to shake out everyone, and obviously it ripped on earnings. Let's see if it gets back above yesterday's high. So the first level it has to break is 94.04, so $94 psychological. And then after that, all-time highs is at 101 exactly. So 100 psychological is a big number, and then 101. That's what you have to watch on AFRM. Let's see if we get followed through tomorrow. ATER, why did I call this one out? So this morning I seen someone sent me a picture that said 68% short interest on ATER. I mentioned it to Maddie yesterday. Yesterday we had a nice day. Weekly, look at this. So weekly is dumping. I'll explain this short interest plays to you guys. This is a weekly chart, right? So since we close, if we close this week around the highs of this week, which is 11/20th, 11/23, everyone that shorted since July 19th, everyone that shorted after July 19th, so this whole 5, 6, 7 weeks of shorts are going to get fried if we close above 11/23 or at 11/23 tomorrow. 6 weeks of people shorting are going to get fried. Once they have to cover, the stock price moves up more, and then more shorts get fried. That's called a short squeeze. That's the basics behind it. I know a lot of people like to say short squeeze. They have no idea what they're talking about. Other than that, I mean, 68% short, big moves on huge buying volume. Look at the size of these volume bars. When is the last time we've seen volume bars like this on ATER? The answer is never. So never seen this much volume before. And big moves up. Yesterday was a 29% move. Today was another 10% move. If this one continues, it could get all the way back to $20 in my opinion. Why do I say that? Because of the 68% of shorts that could get screwed by this move. We're almost above this big volume shelf, and then there's pretty much thin air up here. Plus all the shorts are going to have to cover, which equals higher. So for tomorrow, I told you guys, watch the indexes. Everything looks a little bit bearish tomorrow, but we are getting oversold on a lot of names. Tomorrow should set up for a very, very nice Lotto Friday. And you guys know what we do on Fridays. We crush it. All right, guys, thank you for attending. We'll see you tomorrow. Try to send you off into the weekend with some money to play around with. Take care.